Thursday morning at Silverstone. A lot of anticipation in the air, but we've had some big breaking news. Ollie Bearman has got the promotion to Formula One. It's what F2 exists for. What an honour for him to be announced at his home race.
It's a great feeling. It's relief. It's a lot of things. I'm very, very happy to be here. It's time to calm down now.
The only moment you can be.
Yeah.
You're very young. You're still on your way up to.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been a great season. We are leading the Drivers' Championship and we are just 1 point behind in the Teams' Championship. So I think it shows that just both me and the team, Hitech, have done a great job. And you know, we are in fact still missing the first win. In these kind of very intense times of the year, it's really where you know the atmosphere you have in the team matters. I never felt really any pressure, to be honest. So I haven't felt like at the end of the weekends I'm really burned out, which has been the case in some of the other years. And I think because of that, you know, these triple headers feel actually really nice because weekend after weekend you always have the time to go back and improve. And you know, if something doesn't go right, you don't need to wait a long time to go and get redemption. The Formula 2 Championship is only won after 14 rounds, and at this point I haven't won anything yet, so in the same token I have nothing to lose. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying the year with Hitech, and I think that's making it very easy to focus on this year because I want to be here, I want to be present, I want to focus on my Formula 2 year. But of course I have, you know, my ears and eyes open, and I'm hoping that there's a chance in Formula 1 because I think I'm not saying that because I'm in this position, but I think if you're a rookie in Formula 2 and you're performing very well, then that should be recognized by Formula 1, and that's in the end why Ollie got all that recognition last year. So yeah, you know, I can't promise anything. All I can do is continue performing and hope for the best.
It's good to be next to such a fast guy. I think he has proven it last year in F3 also, first year and finishing third. It's obviously good, but it's also tough because you always want to beat your teammate. But I think he pushes me and I'm pushing him on the sim, on the track. So I think it's good. But yeah, I always want to beat him. The progress has been good. I think Hitech has been giving me a good car so far. So I think, yeah, it's been good. Just the last few steps has to be there to be running in the front. The pace has been good in that weekend, and that's the most important. Just sad to don't take the podiums home, but yeah, pace has been there a lot, so that's the positive.
Very big day around a potentially wet Silverstone. Great to see plenty of drivers behind the wheel of a Formula 1 car in free practice. Franco Colapinto, Isack Hadjar, Ollie Bearman, of course, who had some great news earlier on in this weekend. And I do love it when they throw the youngsters in. And then, of course, making that transition back and the difficulties of that by drivers trying to move between the two categories, jump back into a Formula 2 car, of course, for qualifying. Ever challenging, especially around a circuit like this. There's no such issues for Paul Aron, who is putting together a fabulous run of performances, but still seeking that first win. And will he seal that this weekend? It's the apex of Vale, the apex of Club. He's got to beat Miney out front in the Invicta to make his way to a provisional pole position. He manages to do so behind the wheel of the Hitech. Brilliant stuff from Paul Aron.
Plenty of excitement around Formula 2 this season.
So he's coming onto this flying lap, and we're hearing that he's clumped the curb. Yeah, wow, a big spin for Aron.
You can't bring the car to the pit, park it in a safe place.
Here comes Isack Hadjar to the line. He goes quickest in the session and to pole position. With Paul Aron seemingly limping round to pit lane, Isack Hadjar takes full advantage.
Oh, what a car, what a car.
The positive is we were really fast. I mean, we were on pole by 2/10 in the first run, and it still doesn't change the fact that I made the mistake on the second run and put ourselves in a difficult position.
Isack, congratulations. Your first pole position in Formula 2, if I've done my research correctly. That one felt like it's been on the cards for a while.
Yeah, it came a bit late, to be honest. Yeah, it took a bit of time, but finally we've made it.
And you went straight from an FP1 run in the Red Bull to this qualifying session. Just how pleased are you with how you performed on such a hectic day?
It's really hard to go from F1 to F2 within 1.5 hours. It's changing completely your references and your feeling with the car. So the first round was to adapt, and second round to deliver. Driving the World Champions car, even though I didn't get to the many laps, it was still it's mind-blowing, man. And yeah, and then to get my maiden pole in F2, finally, is a big day.
It's an interesting one because I feel for him a bit because he sort of had 2 sort of tough years in F2 where he, didn't enjoy the environment he was in, and with us he's been brilliant, and I think he's actually, he's really shown some real promise at different points, and I think he just needs a bit of confidence, a bit of love. We're all human. We all sometimes can feel that life's tough, and F2 is a bit of a roller coaster, and I think he's now shown, particularly Imola, he was right there all weekend at the front in both races, and actually, Austria as well, he had a brilliant weekend. So I think in his case, it's just a case of believing in yourself a little bit more, and he's starting to do that. You can really see that.
Ready for today. First time starting on pole, obviously it's a reverse great, but yeah, really excited and looking forward for the race. It's gonna be the first time we're gonna start on a wet. Obviously we'll see how's the weather gonna be like, but it looks like it's gonna be wet. So yeah, the start is gonna be important, and yeah, gotta be careful the first 2 corners because it's gonna be quite slippery. And yeah, then I'll try to get in the rhythm as fast as possible and try to do the best.
Yeah, it gets hot on fire. Yeah. Staying warm in here.
Yeah, I have the heater up here, heater down here. I mean, it's wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, so we don't really know what we're going to be going on. It's going to be chaos, for sure.
And the Formula 2 sprint race is officially underway. Championship leader, Paul Aron, slowing down the Wellington Straight. Is that Isack Hadjar off the road as well? It is. The top 2 in the championship are both out of this race. Conditions out their worst. Kimi Antonelli has adapted the fastest as he takes a giant leap to Formula 1 with his first win in Formula 2. Behind, we have side-by-side action with Bortoleto, Kushmaini, wheel-to-wheel round the final corner. Bortoleto flying into the final step of the podium. Flying out front was Kimi Antonelli.
Bravo, Kimi, go! Yes!
Ah, let's go! Let's go! Oh my God!
It was an emotional one because it's, the first one is always special, especially under tricky conditions. But yeah, really happy, and I think it's gonna be really important, especially on the mental side, and it's gonna help me to move forward and try to maximize every race.
Bravo, Mikey. Yep, that's racing. It sometimes happens. Good thing it happened in the sprint, not in the feature, because obviously tomorrow the big points are scored, and I'm sure we can do something good tomorrow and leave this weekend still happy.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. Can I do my morning stuff, or do I talk to you? Or?
No, you do you.
I'm gonna go make a coffee now.
Coffee?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, it's bright sunshine today.
Sunny. I'm not even used to this. Let's see what the sunshine brings.
Coming in as a rookie, it's very easy to make mistakes in the beginning because you're still not fully used to the car. At least I felt like the approach to kind of, in the beginning of the year, just try to put the car up front. Certainly this year it's really paying off. I think it worked also last year, but especially with this long Formula 2 season. I managed to score good points in the beginning of the year when I was still really new to the car. and where the team was still learning a lot of things. And now that we have a pretty good baseline, I'm very comfortable with the car, you know, we can push more. But up until this point, it has really just been about bringing the points wherever we can. And, you know, that has resulted in the season looking a bit more dull than maybe it could. You know, if you go all out in 7 rounds, then surely one of them you're going to hit and maybe do the pole and win the race, and you're going to look like a superstar. But all the 6 other rounds, it might not work out, and in the long run, that's not the right approach. I'm still here to win the championship, not just to win races. So that's what I've tried to do. That's how I approach this season, and that's how I'll approach it going forward.
On pole position for the first time in his Formula 2 career, at the front, Red Bull Junior, Isack Hadjar.
There was a shower on the way, 30 minutes from the circuit.
We are go here at Silverstone for the feature race in Formula 2. A race down to Abbey, which Victor Martins has won from P2. A poor start from Isack Hadjar.
It was a rocket launch for Ollie Bearman.
Yeah, mate, it's over.
I don't know where he came from, but we had contact.
We're right. Okay, guys.
Paul Aron is in, our championship leader, in with damage.
Box! Okay.
Isack Hadjar comes across the line to win the feature race.
Come on! Bubbles! Oh, whoa.
Extremely happy, and even more when we saw the start that we had. It was not very good from our side, so we lost a few positions, and we had to battle the whole race.
I think this weekend rather than playing the safe game of being a championship leader, I wanted to play the game of being perfect, and with that I've screwed myself over definitely this weekend. So definitely a learning point for this year, but it's done now, and all I can do from this point onwards is make sure I do the best job possible in Hungary.
Now I'm getting more used to fighting at the front. It's a great feeling, honestly. Like, those Sunday drives are amazing in F2. I'm just enjoying this championship at the moment, even if there's talking about F1 and all that. In the end, I'm in F2 with Campos, and I truly want to win this title, and I'm just enjoying it at the moment, and that's, I think, the most important, and that's how the performance will come.